This video is about understanding percentages and in particular looking at how we can change a fraction to a percentage. So the first thing we need to remember is that percent means out of 100. So if I have 30%, what that really means is that I got 30 out of 100. If I have 60%, then that's 60 out of 100. So that also means that if I have a fraction out of 100, I can very easily just change that to a percentage. So if I have, say, 53 out of 100, I can say, well, that's 53%. So anytime you're given a fraction out of 100, so let's do 64 out of 100. It's very easy to say, well, that's just 64%. But what if the fraction that you have doesn't have a denominator of 100? So let's try something like 6 out of 10. Well, some fractions are very easy to change so that into equivalent fractions with a denominator of 100. So we know that 10 is a factor of 100, and when I multiply 10 by 10, I get 100. So what that means is that I can multiply the numerator by 10 as well, because that will give me an equivalent fraction. Whatever I do to the numerator, I do to the denominator. So as long as I do the same thing, or multiply or divide the same thing to the numerator and the denominator, I get equivalent fractions. So 6 times 10 is 60. So that means that 6 out of 10, or 6 tenths, is 60 hundredths, and that's 60%. Let's look at another one. What about 43 out of 50? Okay, well, we know that 50 is also a factor of 100. 50 times 2 is 100. So whatever I do to the denominator, multiply the denominator by 2, I have to multiply the numerator by 2. 43 times 2 is 68. So 43 out of 50 is 68%. Let's try another one. What about 22 out of 25? Or 22 25ths? 25, is that a factor of 100? Yes, it is. 22 times 4. Sorry, 25 times 4 is 100. So if I multiply the 25 by 4, I have to multiply the 22 by 4. 22 by 4 is 88. So 22 out of 100, or 22 25ths, is 88 hundredths, or 88%. We'll do one more. 5 out of 10. I bet you can already guess what that one's going to be. So 5 out of 10 is 50 out of 100. We already did the one over here where we had to multiply 10 by 10 to be 100, and so that's 50%. Some of these percentages, the fractions, are very, very easily changed into percentages. So don't forget that a percentage, percent means out of or per 100. Any time that we can change the denominator of the fraction by making equivalent fractions, if we can have the denominator be 100, then the fractions are very easy to change into percentages. In the next video, we'll look at what happens if the denominator is not a factor of 100, and there's another way to do that.